In this video, I'm going to show you 10 signs that you are a classy, elegant, and well-mannered person. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the Etiquette and Protocol channel. And today I'm going to show you some signs that show you have class, that you are considered a classy person. One thing we can start talking about right at the beginning of the video is that being a classy person goes far beyond the clothes you choose to wear. So regardless of your personal style or the brands of clothes you wear, having class is much more related to good behavior. And these are the aspects we're going to discuss today in this video. The first sign that shows a person has class is certainly their posture. People with class usually master how to sit properly, how to walk appropriately, and even how to stand still. They excel at this because they understand that posture communicates a lot of information even without saying a single word. Posture is essential to show your presence, to show that you are a confident and self-assured person. So, whenever you walk, avoid walking while looking down or even looking up too much. Be careful with the position of your chin. Your chin should always be parallel to the ground. Pay close attention to that. Also, be careful not to hunch over too much when walking. Be careful with these posture habits that can really affect your image. When you sit down, an interesting way, especially for women, is to sit with both feet on the floor, or if you want to cross them, cross your feet lightly. This way is very interesting and is even used a lot by royalty. That's because this way of sitting can be maintained for a longer period of time. So they usually sit this way, which isn't wrong for women since many people associate the correct way for women to sit as crossing their legs. But if you observe, people in royalty usually have their feet parallel to the floor or cross them slightly. They don't cross their legs, they only cross their ankles. That's because they can maintain this posture for longer. And moving around too much can often show that you're not a very confident person, not a very elegant person. So maintaining good posture is essential for you to be considered a classy person. Another thing that every classy person truly has is really the power of empathy. They are extremely empathetic people who think a lot about others as a form of true generosity and understand that by thinking about others, by putting others first, we are helping to build a better society. So a person who has class usually understands that they need to and can do their part. And if you do your part, even in simple everyday actions, you can actually help build a better society because that also impacts the environment you are in. And these everyday actions I'm talking about are really simple actions. So it's like that shopping cart that after being used, the person puts it back in its place and never leaves it scattered in the middle of the parking lot. It's someone who knows how to respect a line. Another supermarket example, for instance, is someone who knows that if that checkout is for a small number of items, sometimes there are those lanes for 10 or 12 items, they won't go there with a cart full of 50 items to check out. She respects what's established. She knows how to behave in different environments. So a person who truly has a lot of empathy is someone who, for example, is on public transportation and sees someone in need and gives up their seat for that person. It's someone who thinks of generosity as a way to make the world better and has deep empathy for others. Another factor that also shows you are a classy person is respecting everyone. Classy people understand that everyone is an important and special human being. And there is no distinction for these people in the way they treat others. So whether it's an employee, for example, someone who takes care of the cleaning at the company, or the boss, the chief executive officer, the president of that company, this person treats everyone with respect, kindness, and attention. She doesn't look down on people. Having respect for others goes far beyond social class, far beyond financial status, color, or any other kind of difference. A person who has class can be in any environment, and she can understand that in the society we live in today, differences are something natural. So there are gender differences, there are differences in professions, there are differences in colors. And these people, they understand this and respect it in a true and sincere way, without any kind of prejudice. Now, changing the subject a little, certainly a person you consider to be classy is someone who takes care of herself. She is someone who always has her nails done, sometimes not painted, but well trimmed, filed, without chipped nail polish, because that is also something that really harms your image. She is someone who never has hair falling into her eyes. She is someone who cares about the way she dresses, likes to look presentable for situations and environments. And even if it's a simple event or even a very special wedding, she is someone who likes to be appropriate for the environment, to dress well, and knows the importance of that. Not to mention, she is also someone who takes great care of her hygiene and likes to smell good. She is someone who captivates others with her self-care. Another point, which is something that classy people use a lot, is the matter of emotional self-control. Usually, classy people will rarely become unsettled in any kind of situation. Of course, there may be a situation or another where a classy person might feel irritated, hurt, or offended and lose control of the situation. But usually, people who have class, even when arguing with someone, know how to do it perfectly without disrespecting the other person, taking into consideration what the other thinks, or even putting someone down. She is someone who knows how to walk away from a fight, knows how to listen to different points of view without losing her temper, without getting nervous, or even without losing control of the situation. In other words, a person with extreme emotional control. So, are you enjoying this video? Do you like the content here on the Etiquette and Protocol channel? If you watch the videos here, but you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Take a moment to check your subscription because sometimes YouTube removes it, so don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos on this channel every Monday and Wednesday. I look forward to seeing you here for fresh content each week. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Etiquette e Protocolo. Another pillar we can talk about that people of class have is honesty and integrity as a very strong factor. So they are people who usually don't make up excuses. They are frank but polite. They know how to say no in a gentle way. They are people who don't make up silly little lies that could possibly be discovered in the future. So they are people who really put honesty and integrity as a key point in building who they are. They are people who won't get lost or let themselves be swayed by small things. They have clear goals, aligned thoughts, and they follow their principles and values in a consistent way without losing themselves along the way. Another very strong pillar for classy people is adaptability. They are people who can be in different, diverse environments. They are people who often go to and attend sometimes a party or a situation completely outside their own bubble, but they manage to do well. They adapt, they respect others, they understand and deal with differences, as I mentioned before. They are people who can move around in any kind of situation. A very simple example is a person who loves country music but only wants to go to parties and clubs that play country music. Then, when they're invited to a party that plays rock, they say they won't go because they can't adapt and end up speaking badly about it. Or even someone who goes to a party that's different from what they're used to, ends up making unnecessary comments and doesn't know how to get along, doesn't know how to adapt. This factor is essential for you to be a classy person. And one thing that classy people really know is how to master table etiquette. They are people who know exactly what should be done, how it should be done, and the way to handle things at the table. So they know how to hold a fork, hold a knife, hold a glass, and they know how to move around and handle the process of eating, even with more difficult foods that really put their knowledge to the test. They are people who have this within themselves, and it seems like they were born knowing how to master the process at the table. But one thing I have to tell you is that these people most likely have taken etiquette training. From royalty to ordinary people, many have taken table etiquette training to master this aspect. And if you haven't yet taken the table etiquette training from the Etiquette and Protocol Institute, which is my school, I invite you to join a very comprehensive course where you will master all aspects at the table. A quick, easy, and very didactic course where you will learn everything you need to master the art of the table. And I have some really special news. If you're watching this video right now, there's this coupon YouTube. If you want to join and get your first course at our school, enter YouTube as a discount coupon for the table etiquette training and come be a part of our school. This coupon is valid for your first purchase on our website. Another pillar within themselves that people of class have in a very strong way is truly the expression of gratitude. They are extremely grateful people and value this, so they always like to send a thank you message. They like to make it clear that they are happy and grateful for gestures and actions that others have towards them. So she is someone who always says thank you. Another thing that people of class know about is the matter of social etiquette rules. So they know how to have a conversation, they know how to greet people, and they master this aspect. Now, if you want to understand what the main mistakes in social etiquette are, I've already made a video here on the channel that will definitely help you a lot, and I'm sure you're going to love it. Click here on the side, I'll wait for you there. Okay, and see you in the next video.